And joining us in the studio, our Middle East correspondent, Ariel Osran. Listen, Bezalel Smotrich, in his past, in his career, he said stuff like this. But now that he's the Israeli finance minister, a top minister, they're going to generate some reactions.
This is unfortunately becoming a weekly international outrage that he's invoking the finance minister. Look, the Jordanians, for starters, did not like the statement, but even less the setting of the stage, with Smotrich giving the statement he gave the address on the podium was a map of Greater Israel that includes parts of modern-day Jordan, and that's what got Amman to blast the statement, and the foreign ministry called Smotrich's.
I just want to know if that's the historical symbol of the Cherut movement, which is the forerunner of today's Likud party, but it dates back many decades.
It dates back many decades, and it hasn't really been used on the mainstream right, at least in recent decades. It is seen as a symbol that is championed by more, at least in the earlier parts, more right-wing groups. But in Amman, they blasted what they called Smotrich's, quote, extremist, inflammatory, and racist statements, as well as, of course, the use of the map of parts portraying Jordan as part of the Jewish state. But we did... in the statement by the foreign ministry, they said that Smotrich's actions constituted an act of reckless incitement, as well as a violation of international norms and the peace agreement between Israel and Jordan. And this is, I think, that what got Israelis worried.
And a reaction from Israel's foreign ministry.
Just before the reaction from the foreign ministry, the deputy speaker of Jordanian parliament took it a step further, calling on the Jordanian military to, quote, take up arms, and saying that all options should be on the table for Jordan, given the extremist statements, this is by the deputy speaker, Ahmed El-Khalayla. But as you mentioned, the Israeli foreign ministry was pressed to issue a statement affirming that, quote, Israel is committed to the 1994 peace agreement with Jordan. There has been no change in the position of the state of Israel, which recognizes the territorial integrity of the Hashemite kingdom. This is a tweet that the foreign ministry tweeted in Hebrew and in English. Now, in addition to Jordan, we also, Egypt condemned the statement, saying that it undermines efforts to lower tensions. Again, this came the same day as the peace summit, or the security summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, where Israelis, Palestinians, Jordanians, Egyptians, as well as American delegations sat together to try and quell tensions. But also Palestinian President Mohammed Shtayyeh condemned the remarks at the beginning of the Palestinian government meeting. Let's take a listen to what he said.
The statements made by Israeli Minister Smotrich that there are no Palestinian people and that the state of Palestine was invented in the last 100 years are conclusive evidence of the extremist, racist, and Zionist ideology that governs the parties of the current Israeli government. This land is ours, and Israel is a colonial state established by colonialists and settlers, and it expanded like any other settler colony throughout history. We have learnt from history that colonialism will end, and that the will and belonging of our people will not be shaken by the statements of the falsifiers of history and their incorrect claims.
And we should know no retraction or response or clarification from the finance minister, who did walk back his previous comment
for wiping out Hawari.
No statement. Nothing yet, but remains to be seen if something may come.